Hey guys, and today we're going to be comparing all of the YJ 3x3s. Have you ever been sitting at the cubicle on the YJ 3x3 page and wondering which one should I get? They're basically all the same, right? Well, today we're going to find out which one is the best and which one you should buy on the page. YJ sells 5 3x3s. They are the Guanlong, the Sulong, the Qilong, and the Yulong. The fifth one is the Lingan, but that isn't really a speed cube. It just comes in transparent and has balls inside of each one of the pieces. It looks cool, but they say it's basically the same thing as the Sulong. So today we're just going to be talking about the actual speed cubes by YJ. To find out which one of these cubes is the best for you, and which one you should buy, we're going to be using 4 categories and a point scale on 1 to 5 on each one of these cubes. The 4 categories are general info, speed and feel, corner cutting and lockups, and design flaws such as popping. Using these 4 categories, we can add up on a scale of 1 to 5 points for each cube, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. Okay, first we're going to talk about the general info on these 4 cubes. So first is the Guanlong. The Guanlong is $4 on the cubicle.us, which is an amazing price. It has the same sticker stage as all the other ones, so I'm just only going to mention it once. They all have the same Moyu shades, so they're very good and they contrast very well. The Sulong is $6 on the cubicle.us. Still a very good price for a cube of this standard, and has the same shades and it looks the same. However, the Guanlong didn't have a logo, as you can see, and all the other ones do have logos. So if you really care about the logo, then that's up to you, but I don't really think it matters. Then the Qilong is $7 on the cubicle, has the same shades and is still a good price. And then the Yulong is $8, so around the same range, a little bit, it's twice as much as the Guanlong, but it's still a good price. So for general info, the Yulong and the Qilong are getting 3 points because they're almost both twice as much as these two. The Sulong is going to get 4 points out of 5 points, and then the Guanlong is going to get 5 points out of 5 points for its great price, and they all have the same sticker shades and look all the same. So that is the first round of the comparison. Okay, now it's time for the speed and the feel of these puzzles. I checked the speed just by flicking it as hard as I can and seeing how far it goes. This is the YJ Yulong, and let's check the speed. As you can see, it is very fast. It goes 180 degrees every time, and sometimes even a little bit more. It is a great cube for that. It has amazing feel to it. It feels like an aolong, but a little bit different. It's very silky smooth. Everything about this puzzle is beautiful. The algorithms just flow amazing, and it's getting a 4.5 out of 5 points for this feel. It is such a good feel, and I bet every cuber would enjoy it. Next puzzle we have here is the Qilong. This puzzle has a pretty good speed. It's pretty good. It's not as fast as the Yulong, and the feel is very crunchy and actually a little bit smooth, and I think a lot of cubers will like this too, but it's just not as fast, so I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5 points. Next we have the Sulong. This cube is still pretty fast, not as fast as the Yulong again. A little bit, it's about as fast as the Qilong, maybe a little bit slower. The feel of it is, it's okay. It's still crunchy and smooth, but it's a little bit like lockier and like doesn't feel as nice as the Qilong and the Yulong. So it's getting a 3 points out of 5 points. And finally we have the little Guanlong. It has very good speed. It's about as good as the Qilong. It does about 180 degrees every turn, except for sometimes. There we go. Its feel is very good. It's very smooth. It's like a mixture of the Qilong and the Yulong. It's very nice. I love this feel. It's just not as fast. Therefore, it's getting a 3.5 out of 5 points. Okay, now let's talk about the corner cutting on these speed cubes. The Yulong can do about 45 degrees. It's kind of hard, but usually it goes with much ease. If you go any farther than 45, it'll lock up, as you can see. It can also reverse cut about a half a piece. If you try to go any farther, it will have this weird lockup, and if you try to force it, it will pop. So it's getting a 3 out of 5 for corner cutting. It's not that great. The Qilong is about the same story. It can do 45 with much ease, but if you go any farther, it'll have the same weird lockup. It has about half a piece corner reverse too, and it has that same weird lockup if you try to go any farther. As you can see, it'll have problems and it'll pop. So it's a little bit better than this one, so it's going to get a 3.5 out of 5 points. Next we have the Sulong, which is actually surprisingly better than the other ones. It can do 45, and it doesn't, like, if you go farther it'll lock up, but it's not like the same lockup, like you can power through it. And it reverses over half a piece with no weird lockups. So this is actually pretty good. So it's going to get a 4 out of 5 for corner cutting. Now the Guanlong, surprisingly, is almost better than all the rest. It can do 45 and over 45. No lockups, and then does a half a piece really easily. It can experience that lockup, but it usually just goes right through it smoothly. With that, it's going to be a 3.5 out of 5. Now let's talk about the design flaws on these puzzles. The Yulong, the only thing that it ever does, it never corner twists. The only thing that ever happens to it is that it pops occasionally, but other than that, it's pretty good, so it's getting a 4 out of 5. The next one is the Qilong. This thing is flawless. It has never ever popped on me, ever, for some reason, and I've gotten only 2 corner twists on it, so it's getting a 4.5 out of 5 points. The Sulong is still pretty good. It hasn't popped on me yet either, and I've only experienced about a couple of corner twists as well. It's the same score, 4.5 out of 5. However, the Guanlong, this is where the Guanlong has problems. This is one of the easiest puzzles to corner twist there are on the market. You can so easily corner twist this puzzle, it's ridiculous. I get a corner twist maybe every 5 solves, and it's not that good. It will pop sometimes if you have it on loose tensions. If you try to power through this corner cutting, this reverse right here, it will completely explode. See if I can get one to explode for you. Hold on. There it goes. I'm just telling you, this puzzle is not the stable thing, and it's getting a 2 points out of 5 points. Sorry, my camera just got a little messed up there. But yeah, as you can see by the mechanisms of these puzzles, you can see that they're all very similar, but I can see why the Guanlong is the most unstable. I'm just going to take one from the Yulong and the Guanlong and show you something. The Guanlong is completely flat, which is probably the cause of the corner twist, and the Yulong has these rivets or divots in here that will prevent the corner twists. The edges are about the same, but the Yulong seems a little bit fatter, and it has these extra grooves here, so that would keep it in better and give it a little bit of a faster feel. So the Yulong is overall more stable, and then these two are pretty similar. Okay, so in conclusion, the Guanlong finishes with 14 points out of 20 points. The Sulong actually wins with 15 points out of 20 points, and then 14.5 for both the Qilong and the Yulong. I just want to make some final statements. If one of these cubes that is not the best cube you think is the best, it's probably because of the feel. The feels of these puzzles are kind of similar, but they do vary a little bit. The Yulong is very smooth and silky. The Qilong is crunchy yet smooth. This one is just crunchy, and then this one's very smooth and very silky, like the Yulong, but just lighter and airier. That's a good word for it. So, in conclusion, if you're gonna buy one of these, I recommend any of them, because they're all about the same price, but you can't go wrong with the Sulong, because it did win, and it's one of the cheapest, but I do recommend any one of these at any time. So just pick what you think would be the best for you, and that's probably what will work out in the end. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for my voice stumbling. I'm just not feeling very good right now. I just sprained my ankle and I'm not very happy about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment and subscribe. It helps out. I want you guys to just ask me questions and I'll just do a Q&A video. I'll answer basically about anything. Thank you guys for watching and see you later.